So we are absolutely looking to make inroads on the attention front simply because we are now very tactically looking to invest in understanding it more, right? That's the stage one. So you have lots of the holding companies who have invested both time, money, and effort to understand attention metrics and how they're impacting their decisions on where they invest. And conversely, we, and frankly in the space holistically, need to be doing the same thing so we understand what our clients are thinking about and talking about and how they're making some of the decisions that they do in terms of how they invest. And so we are not only doing more research and making inroads on partnerships on that front, but we are also very much looking to understand ourselves how attention impacts any number of potential opportunities from an advertising perspective as well from a content perspective. The more we understand about the information available, the better positioning we're going to be in to service our clients. So ultimately, we are looking to do really three things. One, partner with a number of potential companies from an attention metric perspective. Two, understand really like all the methodologies and all the varying ways that these are done. Three, push for standardization in that medium, because really that doesn't really exist. There's no standardization when it comes to attention metrics. So we want to understand it, push it, and then standardize it, and then conversely, work with our partners to ensure that they're receiving the kind of metrics and opportunities that allow them to be intelligent in how they invest. And most of attention metrics show that premium content typically performs the best, and because we consider ourselves the premium of premium contents, we feel we're going to be in a good place.
Standardization is an interesting word in our space, considering that you work in advanced advertising. One word that I've not heard a standard definition of is addressable. For some people it's like data-driven linear. For some people it's CTV and streaming. How does your team define addressable, and how are clients responding to that?
Sure. So the way that we define addressable is really the ability to have a one-on-one conversation with a consumer, with a household. Now there's a variation between addressable, which traditionally is in the linear world at least, working through MVPDs and enabling using deterministic data to deliver to a select household using data to push that, as opposed to, let's say, data-driven linear, which is an index-based opportunity. So in the addressable world, at least again from a linear perspective, you're looking at working with your partners in your distribution to help enable the opportunity to use data to have a direct conversation with the household. The way that we go about doing that is we have multiple relationships with multiple partners that enable addressable opportunities on the linear side. And then obviously when we're talking about anything that's delivered over IP, there's an opportunity to also deliver some form of addressability, right? And there's a variation between, and I think that's where a lot of confusion comes in terms of addressable, which is often related to specifically, the linear television world and the MVPDs and set-top box addressable, and addressability, right? And having a conversation with your consumer. And we believe both are somewhat mutually exclusive, but at the same time, part of the same cohesion in terms of what it means to have an ability to really communicate effectively with the consumer. And so we very much believe in addressable. We've spent a significant amount of time, effort, and energy to enable addressable along our linear footprint, as well as obviously having a streaming opportunity with our clients to be able to have that addressable opportunity in the streaming world. And so we have a very big addressable footprint that we enable that our clients can then leverage to have incrementality or to have direct conversations, assuming that they have creative that's going to meet those demands.
There's a lot of talk about automation and there's a lot of data and information that needs to be passed to make some of these things come to fruition, like addressability. But one of the areas that seems to kind of be lacking is in terms of reporting and sort of getting the information about how campaigns performed and what's happening to clients. It seems very manual sometimes. Is there any way that you guys are addressing that?
Yeah, we are very much addressing the manual nature of reporting by automating the entire opportunity. Right? So we've built a product called InView, And simply, it is the ability for any of our customers, regardless of whatever they purchase from Paramount, to have a singular portal with which they can go in and look at everything that they've invested holistically, and not only have performance metrics and delivery information, understanding both how your dollars are working and the way that they're pacing, but we also build insights into the tool, and we consistently look to partner with different data companies so we can help drive insights into the platform as well, so that we provide two different services. The first is you're spending money. Hey, let's make sure that you have all that information at your fingertips and you don't have to call anybody, because traditionally, in the TV world, you had to call to know how am I pacing, how am I delivering for a lot of the linear stuff. And the digital stuff has been traditionally third-party based, but with cookies going away, there's going to be more dependency to get your publisher partner, so to speak, to be able to give that information. So we've automated that entire scenario, and then within the construct of that, when we talk about insights and we partner with other data companies, we want to help our partners storytell. So we storytell by creating content, and our agency partners storytell by talking about the quality of work that they're doing and how they're delivering for their clients. And any way we can provide utility and value is to give them more information and more artillery to go about doing that. And we are very much focused on delivering a customer service experience that's unlike any of our competitors in the marketplace. We really want to make sure that our clients can storytell effectively, have the information to storytell effectively, and have that available to them quicker, more efficiently, and at their fingertips and on demand as it makes sense for them.